Yo, welcome back to Smooth. I've got a quick core and mobility workout for you today. This one takes 10 minutes and you will finish this workout feeling good. I know a lot of core workouts, including a few on this channel, are absolute crushers, and hey, sometimes we need that challenge. This one is designed to help you feel connected, spacious, and capable in your body. So that's what I invite you to focus on for the next 10 minutes. Breathe, listen to the body, and connect. I'll be guiding you through it all, so let's jump into it. We're starting this one off with the reaching skydiver. Lie down on the stomach, reach the arms overhead, and feel into the length of your body. Reach through the feet so the knees barely hover off the ground, then extend through the heart to lift the head slightly. Reach the arms out in front or to the sides to load the muscles of the upper back. Breathe and focus on length through the body instead of lifting higher through the legs and heart. You can play with different arm positions. The big key is to focus on connecting the entire back line of the body. So if you feel any sort of pinching at any part of the spine, lower down and focus on that length. Create stability and space through the torso on both the inhale and exhale, while continuing to lengthen through the crown of the head and reaching long through the legs. For these last 25 seconds, feel free to add some movement through the arms to challenge the core. I'm going with this breaststroke movement, but a simple overhead reach and pull will do. If you're getting tired, place those feet down on the ground and stay in it, breathing and creating stability through the torso. Reach the arms and legs out and relax into the ground. Get heavy and breathe. The ground will send the breath to the sides and back of the torso, so feel into that expansion of the rib cage. On the exhale, allow the breath to fall out of the body as the core naturally pulls into the belly button. Continue to relax into the ground as the breath opens you up. Now we're going to flip it over to work on the front line of the body with the hollow body crunch. Flex the hips to bring the knees into the abdomen. Then reach the arms down the side bodies, rounding into a small crunch, just enough to lift the shoulder blades off the ground. Inhale, reach the arms overhead and extend the legs out into a hollow body without arching the lower back. Then exhale, pull the arms overhead to hug the side bodies while pulling the legs back into the belly button. Find a steady and controlled tempo, exhaling on the close and inhaling on the open. The further you reach the limbs out, the more demand will be placed on the core. The intention is connection and space, so make the necessary adjustments to maintain stability through the body. If the lower back starts to arch, shorten the range of motion, bend the knees on the reach, and stay in the groove. Rest and relax for a few seconds, taking a few deep breaths. We're going to take that activation into the cross-body V-up. Simply lift one leg, then crunch up to touch the toe with the opposite side hand. Support the movement with the other arm out to the side to keep the movement through the core. Exhale, lift one leg, doing your best to keep it straight, and crunch up to touch the toe across the body. Inhale and lower with control into the starting position. Find a steady tempo that allows you to connect through the core without a ton of momentum. Use the support arm as much as you need to remain long and strong through the spine. Remember, this is not about making the workout as hard as it can be. It's about connection and space, so breathe into that intention. As you continue to fire up through the core, through your center, focus on flexing the straight leg from the hip to express more active mobility. Tap into that connection through the lower core and belly button to use your active range of motion. So much of mobility comes down to maintaining a strong center so your limbs can be supported and feel safe to move more freely. That's what we're working on here. Rest Nice work. Let's take those same intentions into the supine foot reach. Stay on your back, arms out into a T. Bend the knees, reach one leg over to create active rotation through the spine. Alternate sides with control to stay centered through the core. Exhale and actively reach 1 foot over to go into the spinal twist. Do your best to stay heavy through both shoulders. This will promote active rotation through the T-spine while using the obliques to build a strong connection between hips and shoulders. Inhale as you pass through center and hit the other side. Feel the work through the core and slowly start to reach the foot closer to the ground or touch the toe to the ground. To add more active rotation, reach back through the heel of the bottom bent leg. As you reach through both legs in opposite directions, tap into your center and if possible, gradually increase the range of motion. If you want to, hang out in rotation for a breath or two to expand into space and ground into your center. Rest, great job. By now, I hope you're feeling the ability to leverage your core into more active range of motion. Let's keep it going with the foot in mouth crunch. Same starting position as the last two moves. Lift and pull the right foot up towards your face. Crunch up, grab the ankle with the right hand and the foot with the left hand. Gently pull the foot towards the face and then return back to the starting position. Start with a small range on this one. Exhale, crunch, and gently pull the foot towards the mouth. Inhale and fully relax into the ground before hitting the other side. Once you get a feel for the movement, you can start to play with more active flexion and external rotation through the hip while assisting that mobility by pulling the foot towards the face. Slowly increase the range of motion as your hips and core become more active. Continue to find your rhythm with the breath and the movement, exhaling on the crunch and inhaling on the opening. While it is nice to go through this as a passive stretch, leverage both the active range of motion through the hip and the assistance through the hands. This will ensure that you're building the capacity to move through these ranges with strength and safety. Nice work. We're going to integrate that core and mobility with 2 more moves, starting with the back roll to figure 4. From seated, gently roll back, using the arms to support the roll. Roll up, externally rotate one hip so you end up in the figure 4 position. Roll back, switch legs, and again, roll into the figure 4. As you roll back, press the backs of the arms firmly into the ground to distribute the load evenly through the backside of the body. When you roll up into the figure 4, do your best to find your seat to fully support the opening through the hips and pelvis. Alternate sides, find your flow, and remember to breathe throughout the movement. If you want to throw in some variety, start playing with different angles. The easiest way to do this is during the roll back. Angle the straight leg in the direction you want to move toward, and as you roll out of it, your body will follow. Be aware of your surroundings and use the arm support as much as you need to stay safe during this movement. Nice moves. Last one for this workout, the windshield step. Start seated with the hands planted into the ground. Roll onto one hip and step the other leg over into a rotated figure 4. Allow the trail hand to lift and load firmly through the planted hand. Find a steady flow, alternating sides and keeping the eyes up to promote upright posture. You can move with a bit more tempo with this one, and I invite you to explore the different angles and distances with your steps. Continue to breathe naturally and remember to ground heavily through the pelvis to anchor your spine and promote active mobility through the hips. Thank you so much for showing up for this core and mobility workout. Now you get to take this connection, spaciousness, and capability into the rest of your day. If you had a good time, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know how you're feeling right now in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Stay smooth.